On the surface, the man acts lovingly toward his unfaithful wife, but deep down he's planning revenge. Today, Alice and her colleague John are on a business trip. Even though they filled up yesterday, the car is already showing low fuel. They stop at a gas station where a creepy slogan is written on a nearby billboard. Alice calls her husband to say she's safe, then heads inside to buy some contraceptives. She quickly realizes the convenience store is empty.
Hello?
No matter how loud Alice calls out, there's no response. She decides to leave some cash on the counter, but as she looks up, she spots blood on the shelves. Alice tries to leave immediately, but just as she reaches the door, Alice is shot in the arm and groans in pain. Another shot rings out, leaving her absolutely terrified. Staring at the bullet hole in the glass, Alice finally snaps out of it and desperately calls out to John, who is still in the car. Unfortunately, John is listening to music and can't hear her cries for help. Alice's arm is bleeding heavily, so she tears off a piece of her sleeve for a makeshift bandage. She tries to sneak out, but the killer seems to have eyes everywhere, forcing her back into hiding. Behind a shelf, she spots a phone on the floor. She reaches for it to call the police, but the moment she touches it, it's blasted to pieces. Alice hides again and notices a security camera. There's an emergency exit 10 meters away. Just then, a voice comes through a walkie-talkie.
You hear me?
Seeing a glimmer of hope, Alice comes up with a plan for cover. She grabs a few bags of chips and tosses them over her head as a distraction, and it actually works.
Where are you?
Alice finally reaches the walkie-talkie and begs the person on the other end to call the police.
Hello, I need help. Someone's shooting at me.
The person asks what's happening, but before Alice can say much, the signal cuts out. At that moment, John walks into the store, but a second later, he's shot dead. Alice uses a soda can to knock over a mop, which hooks the walkie-talkie and brings it back to her. She reconnects with the man, who says he's already called 911. Alice asks him to keep talking to her, so she won't be so scared. The man asks who the dead person is, and Alice says it's a colleague. The man then asks why they're at a gas station in the middle of the night, and Alice explains they're on their way home.
You think we should call an ambulance?
I think he's dead.
Because I blew his head off.
Alice is horrified to realize that the person she's been talking to this whole time is actually the killer.